Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of War Zone vs. War Zone. We are on episode 3 and we are just, not many days left until Total Anarchy, of course, coming this Sunday on May 7th, but it looks like we're going to be graced by, Performance Center's own Tim Ross. They're saying hello and welcome to another edition of War Zone. Now I know you're all wondering where Mick Foley is. Well, he's actually in Pittsburgh sorting out everything for Total Anarchy. Well, it seems that Tim Ross is his replacement for now. Speaking of Total Anarchy, Mr. Foley wants, Tim Ross to announce a few more matches. First, it will be, a no-holds-barred match between Sami Zayn and Dolph Ziggler. Well, that's going to be a matchup. And also on a kickoff show, which will be presented by Sunday Night Heat, will be Trey Donovan and Daniel Cage win a submission match to renew their rivalry that they had before, some contract issues. And then the final piece of information is that the European Championship matchup between Santiago Martinez as he defends against Luke Harper will be, it's going to be a tables match. Well, these are some absolutely huge announcements here, coming from Tim Ross, obviously, the voice of Warzone here for tonight in replacement of Mick Foley, as we are just, 4 days away from our IPPV Total Anarchy. But, we are going to kick off with singles action here as well. Hank Jackson will take on Aliester Black. What a matchup, this should be. Can Hank Jackson, can he be one of the Performance Center people that, unlike Randy Talker last week, won't foul against Aliester Black? But this man is not going to make it easy, because making his way down to the ring, he is Aliester Black. Yeah, Aliester Black, last week we saw him in quite a matchup against Randy Talker that, it was quite brutal at the end. Randy Talker got hit with a fake to Black so hard that it's, gave him a concussion. He's out of action for an indefinite amount of time. We're not sure how much. We'll get some updates maybe soon about when he could return. Aliester Black, he just loves to get in that ring and just, dominate, pick his opponents apart, and just pick up the victory. As the music says, the theme song says, him and his opponents will never be equal. Aliester Black always believing he is the very best at his here in War Zone Wrestling, and as as your opinion of yourself, you should have. When you're here in War Zone Wrestling, you are the top guy, that you will be the world champion. Of course, that title held by Goldberg at the moment. As well, Warzone William gets us underway. Aliester Black is a master of, picking apart his opponents. He's got lethal kicks in his arsenal, a very fast-paced competitor, whilst Hank Jackson, he's a bit more slow in the ring. He's more of a powerhouse in that ring, but, Aliester Black is not going to make it this easy for Hank Jackson. These two were in the Performance Center together, but Aliester Black really just dominated the Performance Center. Is why he was pulled up as quickly as he was, and I hear he's not too happy about it, facing Hank Jackson. Apparently he wants some real competition. But hey, gotta give these young kids shots to, show how a Performance Center is doing, the sort of stars we're trying to build up in our Performance Center. We got a quick glimpse of it in our first episode. That's where we saw, Hank Jackson, Christian Hyan, and Randy Talker, and then Aliester Black as well. He was the real, cast out of that group, the real, one that everyone was talking about. They were saying he's the future of War Zone Wrestling. And Hank Jackson, he believes he is. All those other people from the Performance Center, those kids all believe themselves to be the future. But I think Aliester Black truly, he is the future. Aliester Black is gonna bring Hank Jackson back in the hard way with a massive suplex there. And now he's going up to the middle rope. What has he got planned here? Oh, just a, big senton there. Well, that doesn't seem to deter Hank Jackson. He manages to reverse again. Well, this is a bit more of another back and forth matchup. I mean, you can't deny that, these people come from Performance Center. They are tough. It's not like, we're bringing in a bunch of scrubs into our Performance Center. We're bringing in the very best tools of wrestling. And oh my god, jeez! What a maneuver! Sweet Christmas! That was brutal. And this submission here, this Dragon Sleeper here. Oh, it just punches to the head though, and Hank Jackson managed to get out of that. And well, that was just maneuverability from Aliester Black there. Now working over the leg, looks like he was looking for a knee strike into the face, but what is Aliester Black doing here? Looks like he's just, I guess collecting his thoughts and I think he's calling for it. Oh, what a fade to Black. And well, I think Hank Jackson's been knocked out. 1, 2, and 3. Well, that doesn't really surprise me. That brutal fate to Black that gave Randy Orton a concussion. I hope that Hank Jackson's okay after that. Well, another impressive victory for Aliester Black here. I mean, I definitely think we're looking at the future. We could be looking at a future European champion or a future, world heavyweight champion. Well, Aliester Black, impressive victory here. It's not a very quick victory. But it looks like he's grabbing a microphone. What's he got to say? Well, he's not happy, it seems. This is the second guy from the Performance Center that he is laid out. And this week, with pure ease. And, to be honest, he's tired of it. I face these guys in Performance Center, and I get Aliester Black on. They're tough guys, but they aren't ready. Whereas Aliester Black isn't. Well, he feels he needs real competition, so he's demanding Mick Foley. Well, he's making an open challenge. He wants demanding Mick Foley to find someone, and he wants a real fight. He wants blood to be spilled. He wants bones to be broken. And he wants the best man standing in victory when the final bell rings. Well, who will answer the challenge of Aliester Black? But, we are on for some tag team action here as Dan Littlewood version 1 and Willy Street will team up to face a team of Nick Blackwell and Great Dragon. Who knows? I mean, will this be Willy Street's final ever showing on War Zone? Will it be Great Dragon's? I mean, I'll talk more about that as we get into this matchup. Yeah, we're here in lovely Memphis, Tennessee, just 4 days away from Total Anarchy in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. But making his way down to the ring, he is Dan Littlewood, version 1. Well, Dan Littlewood, version 1, I mean, it was on Heat that he, actually picked up a huge monumental victory over Great Dragon. Well, many people call it a shocked victory, but now he's here on War Zone, teaming up with Willy Street to face Nick Blackwell, who Dan Littlewood is no stranger to and not too fond of. And, Great Dragon, and of course, I will get a bit more into Great Dragon and Willy Street's matchup that they're going to have at Total Anarchy. Dan Littlewood, as the teacher says, I will not die. He believes he will not die. Dan Littlewood is one hell of a tough competitor. But now making his way down to the ring, he is the tag team partner of Dan Littlewood. He is the American Dream, Willy Street. And there he is just a common man. The son of a carpenter, Willy Street. Well, he has a huge match at Total Anarchy when he'll take on Great Dragon. And could this be the last time that Willy Street makes his entrance in the War Zone arena? Could this be the final time we see Willy Street in a War Zone wrestling arena? who knows? You know, this could be the final showcasing of Willy Street and War Zone. I mean, yes, we'll see him at Total Anarchy, but could this be the final day of Willy Street on War Zone? This final matchup, who knows? Or will it be his opponents? Well, making his way down to the ring, he was the first of the two opponents. He is Nick Blackwell. Well, Nick Blackwell, who, well, last week on War Zone was actually defeated by Willy Street in a very interesting matchup that saw if Willy Street was to win a matchup, he gets to pick match stipulation at Total Anarchy. But if Nick Blackwell won, who was a mystery opponent, then Great Dragon got to pick the match stipulation. But yeah, here he is. Here is Nick Blackwell. Just say, well, bit of a cold, icy stemming Nick Blackwell, you know, I've seen him in the independent scene, a very impressive superstar, you know, a no-nonsense kind of guy, just hard-hitting and brawling style. He's quite powerful at that ring as well. I mean, when you see him hit that Cyclone kill, it could be lights out. But of course, he's teaming up with Great Dragon here tonight. Of course, the one thing Nick Blackwell and Dan Littlewood have over the people they're teaming up with is it's definitely not their last night as a part of War Zone. But those two are no strangers to each other. It was, well, on the before the whole buyout situation of War Zone Wrestling, where War Zone Wrestling, well, got bought out, that we saw that, well, Dan Littlewood ran into Nick Blackwell, and then Nick Blackwell just punched him. Start off their sort of little feud. And now, well, Nick Blackwell, he's ready now for this big tag team matchup. Can him and Great Dragon, well, can they get one over their opponents? Is now making his way down to the ring. He is the Great Dragon. Well, just like Willy Street, I'm going to say it's about Great Dragon. I mean, could this be the final night we see Great Dragon as part of War Zone? Now, of course, could Total Anarchy be his final matchup as part of War Zone Wrestling? Could this be the final time that Great Dragon is a part of War Zone? It's going to be very interesting, as well, once this match kicks off, I will explain everything that's happening at Total Anarchy to do with the matchup. You know, the match stipulations, what's been decided with it. Let's just say the feud kicked off very quickly when Great Dragon attacked Willy Street backstage, and it's come to this. We'll see at Total Anarchy who will be, well, the survivor of this feud. Well, Warzone William gets us underway. And well, to speak of the matchup at Total Anarchy, of course, Willy Street and Great Dragon will go against each other in not any kind of matchup. They will go against each other in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, but also, well, with the added stipulation that the loser will be forced out of Warzone Wrestling. They will have to leave Warzone Wrestling. Of course, Great Dragon demanded that stipulation be added, and well, Willy Street agreed to a challenge, and of course, well, he defeated Nick Blackwell to make the match a Falls Count Anywhere. So who will we be seeing the last of come to Anarchy? Will Willy Street be forced to leave? Or will it be Great Dragon? It's, oh, what a vicious elbow to the head there, and now Dan Littlewood telling, well, Nick Blackwell to get up. Oh, what a lovely diving cross body there by Dan Littlewood. No, I don't know if that was the type to taunt though. It could really cost you the matchup. Littlewood has Nick Blackwell up with a gut buster there. Oh, but look at this. Nick Blackwell managed to find a way to fight back, and then just look at that power. Oh, good lord. Wow, what a slam there. And now he's going to bring Great Dragon to his matchup, the more faster of the, well, team. Well, no, what a super kick. And then just try to bring a double axe handle that back down. But no, Littlewood reverses and then into a swing neck breaker. And now he's going to bring, well, Willy Streets his matchup. But we're going to get a little preview of Total Anarchy here. Oh, now just an uppercut into the face. And oh, what a face buster there from Great Dragon. A very innovative version of a face buster. And now just look at these stiff kicks into the face of Willy Street. And oh, here comes the combination. And the clothesline. And now could he be thinking of set up for that poison mist or that poison claw? Oh, spraying the mist onto that claw. I don't know what the hell is in that mist. But oh, the claw into the face. And the trip down and into the cover. 1, 2. No, Willy Street managed to kick out after that poison claw. And now, well, look at this. Dragon has, well, Willy Street in a Dragon Sleeper there. But War Zone will continue after this quick little commercial break. Don't go anywhere. And don't forget that it's just 4 days away. Total Anarchy on May 7th come this Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be Total Anarchy, of course. That is your main event there, as Goldberg will take on, or Dean Ambrose, with Goldberg defending his War Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship in a Hell in a Cell matchup. Make sure you do not miss Total Anarchy coming this Sunday, May 7th. And well, we are back to the action here as, oh, Great Dragon again with that facebuster onto Littlewood. And well, Great Dragon during the breaks had a lot of dominant control here. And look at that, he's just, well, laughing by the looks of it. Oh, and then just a knee to the face of Littlewood. And then a Hurricane Rana there. Oh, and then just a knee into the face. And oh, it looks like Great Dragon wants to set up the mist here. Oh, there's the mist, and then he's going to lock in that claw. There's the poison claw. And they're tripping into cover. Is this it? 1, 2, and 3. And well, you can say that Great Dragon has got the momentum now heading towards Total Anarchy. Now we came back just in time for that. But your winners of the matchup, they are Great Dragon and Nick Blackwell. And well, what a matchup we're going to see at Total Anarchy. Can Great Dragon pick up the victory and get a remain on War Zone Wrestling? Or will it be Willy Street picking up the victory and him remaining? We'll have to wait and find out. But well, great victory for those two. And yeah, here are some of the matches we're going to go through. Well, of course, this is a Falls Count Anywhere. Loser leaves War Zone Wrestling. As well, Great Dragon will take on Willy Street. You gotta wonder, who will be the survivor at the end of this matchup? Will it be Great Dragon staying with War Zone Wrestling, or will Willy Street stay with War Zone Wrestling? It's a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, and you know that this is going to be brutal. Well, I just can't wait to see it. And of course, this matchup is now a tables matchup, as Santiago Martinez will defend his European Championship against Luke Harper, who will be going through the table. And who will be walking out Total Anarchy as European champion? Well, we'll find out in 4 days' time. You definitely want to make sure you do not miss out on that matchup. It's going to be huge. I can guarantee you that. And then, of course, this big matchup here, the War Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships will be on the line as the Killer Machines will challenge Beer Money for the Tag Team Championships. Can Beer Money keep a hold of them championships? They defeated Authors of Pain to become the first champions. Can they put away this huge world challenge here in Killer Machines? Or will we see new champions crowned in Killer Machines? Will we see new War Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions? As well, we are on to our next matchup as we're going to see, Kevin Nash taking on Cesaro. Last week we saw tag team action as Sami Zayn and Cesaro defeated Nash and Ziggler. Well, Nash was not too happy about Cesaro and has demanded this one-on-one contest despite the fact he, usually manages. And making his way down to the ring, being accompanied by Dolph Ziggler, he is Kevin Nash. It was last week that, Kevin Nash and Dolph Ziggler were defeated by Sami Zayn and Cesaro, and since that matchup, Kevin Nash has, demanded this one-on-one matchup against Cesaro to prove it was nothing but a fluke in the sense of the tag team matchup. Well, Mick Foley granted it, of course. Well, he is not here tonight. He is in Pittsburgh, making the final touches for, Total Anarchy. I mean, I've got to wonder, though, speaking of Total Anarchy, does Mick Foley know who the owner is now? Because, we haven't said about it much, but it is at Total Anarchy. It will be announced who the owner of War Zone Wrestling is. We've kept this on hold. I mean, I don't even know. This person has been, very hidden. I tried to talk to Mick Foley about it. He says not even he knows. He's just been told to hold War Zone Wrestling once this all gets finalised. Well, but the action must continue as making his way down to ring, being accompanied by Sami Zayn. He is the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. Of course, the Swiss Superman, I mean, he is tough as nails in the hand ring. Of course, him and Sami Zayn last week picked up a huge victory over Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Nash. It had been the last, few weeks prior to that Dolph Ziggler and Nash had really had the number of Sami Zayn to Cesaro. Of course, we can't forget that at Total Anarchy, there'll be a no-holds-barred match as Sami Zayn will take on Dolph Ziggler. Having Sami Zayn finally get that measure of revenge, true measure of revenge in one-on-one competition. Well, there's Kevin Nash. There is Cesaro. And Warzone William gets this match underway. And of course, already going to the outside here. I don't know how smart this is for Cesaro here. I mean, Dolph Ziggler is right there. And for a fact he's going to try and get in the face of Cesaro here. But I don't think Cesaro listened one bit to what Ziggler had to say to him. Seems as Ziggler's keeping a bit of his distance. But look at the strength of Cesaro there. Just a deadlift into that gut-wrench throw there. And then just bringing the knee down. And it looked like Ziggler tried to get involved there. And couldn't quite get the reach. We're up to a 7 count here. I mean, this is bad. They need to get back in the ring. I mean, this match could end very quickly as Ziggler again tried to distract Cesaro. And Cesaro, it seemed it worked because he goes into the steps. It's up to a 9 count here. And oh my God. Nash got back in that ring just in the nick of time. I mean, that could have been a huge mistake for him. putting Cesaro back in that ring and then going to go back in himself because he only just got back in time. He had like pretty much a literal millisecond to get back in, otherwise he was going to count it out for the 10. Because of that, it looks like Cesaro's now got the match back into his control. Oh, but then Kevin Nash, I mean, you can never count out Kevin Nash. He's an in-ring veteran. He knows how to get the job done. I mean, yes, he's more of a manager now, but get him in that ring and he can bring the fight to you, as we're seeing here. Trying for that submission, but Cesaro fighting out of it. There's, just a knee lift into the stomach of Cesaro and then just smashed into the back there. Oh, and into the cover here. Hook on the leg. 1. No, not even a 2 count there. Be very close to 2, but not quite. And I think Cesaro's just trying to wear down Kevin Nash. It's off. Just a stiff shot into the stomach there. And it looked like Nash may be thinking of a DDT or something, but Cesaro fighting out of it. And just the elbow strikes into chest. And well, Ziggler's brought a steel chair into this matchup. This could be very bad. Now look at this. Let's look at that. Well, Cesaro managed to outpower Kevin Nash there. Not many can say they're able to do that, but Cesaro's one of the few. Oh, sweet Christmas. What a straight jacket German suplex there. Look at that from Nash. It looked like he just hit Ziggler's arm with the zigzag there. Not going for the cover though. Maybe he did feel like he got enough power on it. Unlike when Ziggler does the zigzag. As well, Sami Zayn has kept himself out of this match though. He's not trying to get involved. He's just there to try and cheer on Cesaro. This could be it. This could be the end for Kevin Nash. Cesaro's looking for that neutralizer. Cranks the neck. Hooks him up. And a neutralizer. Right in the center of the ring. And Kevin Nash could be out of it into a cover. But no. Ziggler's there to distract War Zone William. Tried for the double axe handle there. But no, Nash reversed it and then Cesaro reversion. Cesaro looked like he was trying for a cutter there. But Nash scouted it perfectly. And now just a kick, a stop in the stomach there, and now Cesaro's in trouble ever since Ziggler distracted the ref. But it looks like Ziggler's been told to leave. But look at this. Cesaro's in a hell of a lot of trouble. I mean, now Cesaro has a slight advantage over Kevin Nash. In fact, he has Sami Zayn there. But Nash has no one. Ziggler's been told to leave. Cesaro's taking Kevin Nash up top. What is he thinking? No, Kevin Nash managed to reverse there. And then, sweet Christmas. What a power slam there. The fact he caught the man the size of Kevin Nash into a power slam just shows you how physically strong Cesaro is in that ring. The things he can do are ridiculous. Swiss Death. Launches Nash right into it and then hits him with that European uppercut that he likes to call Swiss Death. Try for that cutter again, but yet again Nash scoured it and knew what was coming. So Cesaro, was he thinking here? Lovely European uppercut there from Cesaro. Here's one of the hard-hitting strikers, and one of the most hard-hitting strikers we have here on War Zone Wrestling. You can see there that Cesaro is physically exhausted from this matchup. Seems he wants to collect his thoughts here. I don't know what he's waiting on. And it looks like he's trying to get his composure back, some stamina back, so he can set up for... cracks the neck again, lifts Nash up, and another neutralizer. And surely this time that has to be it. Into the cover. 1, 2. No! Kevin Nash yet again kicks out after a second neutralizer. What does it take to put Kevin Nash away? But well, Kevin Nash could be closing in on a victory now as again reversal. Now just see stiff shots to Cesaro. Taking him into another corner and then just a clothesline there. Oh, but look at that. Oh, what a stiff punch right into the face of Kevin Nash. That could have knocked out Kevin Nash. Doesn't look like it though. Kevin Nash may have played some possum there. Oh, as he tried to get for that DDT, but Cesaro yet again scouting it. Oh, and a DDT of his own from Cesaro. And now, could this be it? Could this be the final, well, third and final neutralizer? There again, the third crank of the neck. And bringing him down with a third neutralizer there. Into the cover, hook of the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And well, the winner of the match, he is the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. And well, very impressive victory from Cesaro here tonight. I mean, you've got to give it to Kevin Nash. I mean, he showed a hell of a lot of fight in him. But in the end, Cesaro was just too much. And well, he is the winner of tonight's contest. As we are on to our, well, next matchup, as it will be Apollo Crews taking on a returning Trey Donavan. Well, what a matchup this is going to be. Two, well, outstanding athletes going at it. As well, making his way down to the ring, he is Apollo Crews. Well, it's been a bit of a tough start for Apollo Crews here in, well, the very first initial season of War Zone here, in War Zone Wrestling. But, well, if he could pick up a win over a man like Trey Donavan, that'd be absolutely huge. We can't forget about the fact that, well, on the kickoff show, Total Anarchy, it will be Trey Donavan taking on Daniel Cage in a submission matchup. But right now, well, we all know that Apollo Crews is going to be very focused on Trey Donavan, but will Trey Donavan be 100% focused on Apollo Crews? When you can look in the eyes and the facial expressions of Apollo Crews, he's already, well, he's always ready for the big fight feels, and he knows who he's in the ring against. He knows the accolades of, well, Trey Donavan and everything Trey Donavan has done. You know, held championships all over the place, and he could hold another one here in the future. But here he is. Here is Trey Donavan. Of course, as the t-shirt says, to drink it in, man. Well, Trey Donavan, he likes to call people stupid idiots, and he likes to make a list of people on it that he thinks are stupid idiots. Well, Trey Donavan, no. He is a true in-ring veteran, a real, well, many say legend to that ring. You know, he has done so much, held championships wherever he has been. And could he be set to become, well, a champion here in War Zone Wrestling? I mean, Apollo Crews will have a lot to say about that. But it might be very difficult to stop a man the likes of Trey Donavan. Well, you can see the fans here as excited as always. As Apollo Crews, there's Trey Donavan. And well, also Willy gets us underway. And well, this is going to be quite the speedster matchup. I mean, both these two men could be very fast in that ring, could hit some great high-fly maneuvers. But Apollo Crews could be freakishly strong at the same time. So that's what Trey Donavan has to be very wary of. Is Apollo Crews is not only a speedster in the ring, but also a powerhouse. And well, shockingly enough, a clean break there. It's not something you usually see from Trey Donavan. You know, he's known for his dirty tactics at times. And really just trying to get in the head of his opponents. But Apollo Crews, well, he doesn't seem to have spurred him off too much. The fact that Trey Donavan did try for the cheap shot mouth. It maybe Trey Donavan was trying to play some mind games, but it hasn't affected Apollo Crews. But now we're seeing Trey Donavan get him, well, this match into his favour. Just look at those stiff shots there. What has Trey Donavan got planned here? Well, calling for Apollo Crews to gap it. Oh, what a springboard drop kick there from Trey Donavan. Just hit Apollo Crews right in the face, but that barely affects Apollo Crews as well. He manages to fight back here. And oh, but look at that though. Trey Donavan, so quick on his feet, just has a counter for everything. And now just look at this, just washing his boot across the face of Apollo Crews. And then just stomping down on the arm. And now oh, look at that. Trey Donavan, I mean, he's no stranger to getting cocky and arrogant in that ring. Now, a lot of people said he's earned that. But he sure loves, well, his ego. But Apollo Crews, he's not one for really caring about an ego. He's just in there to, well, just become the very best we have here in War Zone Wrestling. Oh, and then just a solid knee into the face of Apollo Crews there. Oh, and into the cover here, but no, Apollo Crews kicking out there. I mean, it's going to take a lot more than that to put away Apollo Crews. Oh, it's what a senton from the middle rope there by Trey Donavan. But that makes Apollo Crews get straight back up, and then a swinging neck breaker there. Oh no, now just a stiff punch into the face there, and oh, what a DDT there from Apollo Crews. And then just an enziguri into the back of the head of Trey Donavan here. Trey Donovan's in a world of trouble here. But again, those veteran instinct, always bring him back and always support Trey Donavan well. And then that belly to back suplex there. And then just bringing that elbow drop down. Oh, and I thought he might be thinking about set up for the Walls of Donavan. But no. What's he got planned here? Oh, just a stiff stomp into the stomach there of Apollo Crews. And then a stomp down on the arm. Oh, but look at that. Apollo Crews yet again finding a way to fight back. And uh-oh. What is Apollo Crews thinking here? Oh, look at this. Just a military press here. Bringing Donavan down. And then the moonsault. Standing moonsault. How impressive. Into the cover. 1, 2. No. Trey Donavan managed to kick out of that. And Apollo Crews can't believe it. But just look at the strength there. We're seeing the high flying of Apollo Crews with that moonsault. And then just the strength. Not only that military press to begin with, but then just that move there of that, well, deadlift cut wrench. So Apollo Crews has suffered plan here, but Trey Donovan yet again manages to find a way to fight out of, well, Apollo Crews' offense here. But then Apollo Crews again has a reverse of his own way to counter. And oh, what a lovely neck breaker there. Into the cover 1, 2, and no, just a 2 count there. Trey Donovan still has plenty of fight left in him. But Apollo Crews, he's not going to let up for a second. You know, he's not going to let frustrations get the better of him. Oh, bringing Donovan down here. And now just working over the head and neck region of Trey Donovan here. Was Apollo Crews now thinking, but no, again, you know, Apollo Crews will get a few moves and Donovan will then have an answer back. And can Donovan get back into this match? Oh my sweet Christmas, did you see the height he got flying out of the ring? And Trey Donovan could be hurt after that. Oh, and then just a punch and then a stomp into the side of Apollo Crews' face. Uh-oh. Off the ropes and a lion salt from Trey Donovan into the cover. 1, 2, and no. Apollo Crews managing to kick out of that one. And now, oh, good lord. Trey Donovan just telling Apollo Crews to suck it. Trey Donovan is not happy that he has not put Apollo Crews away. And then just a solid knee into the face of Apollo Crews there. But then Apollo Crews yet again has an answer back. But then so does Trey Donovan. These two are just so well versed in their game that they have an answer for everything. And I think Trey Donovan's now closing in on a victory as a code breaker. And into the cover. No hook and leg though, 2. And what? No, that was 3. Wasn't William, what did you do? That was clearly a 3 count. But he claims it was only a 2. I mean, maybe the fact that Donovan didn't hook the leg of Apollo Crews could have cost him there. But I feel like that was a 3 count. I mean, the fact he kicked out that code break, I don't know. That's very debatable about that. Well, that not being the end there. So Apollo Crews though fighting back, but there's so does Donovan. These two have been very back and forth, 2 very technically gifted superstars. And oh, just a stalling suplex there by Trey Donovan. As into the cover here, he's shouting, "Come on, baby!" But no, Apollo Crews will kick it out of that cocky pin. As oh, Trey Donovan's looking to lock it in. He's got locked in towards Donovan, but Apollo Crews is far too close to the ropes there. And just a stiff shot into the face there. And oh, a big slam there from Apollo Crews. And oh, lovely standing shooting star press there into the cover, hook in the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And well, I mean, in my opinion, a bit of controversy. But in the end, Apollo Crews is the winner here tonight. Well, you know, Apollo Crews is going to be very happy with that victory. A big victory for him here tonight. But, well, Trey Donovan does have the momentum heading towards, well, the kickoff show to Total Anarchy. So I wonder who will win now. As well, Apollo Crews very happy with his victory. Well, there's Trey Donovan. And oh, Trey Donovan tried to get a cheap shot in on Apollo Crews after that loss. But Apollo Crews seeing it, and he dumps Trey Donovan to the outside. As well, here are, well, some more of the matches that we are going to be seeing at, well, Total Anarchy, as Sami Zayn will take on Dolph Ziggler in a no-holds-barred match. Well, what a matchup that is gonna be. I very well can't wait to see how that's gonna turn out, who will win the big no-holds-barred match. And then, well, this is the main event of Total Anarchy for the War Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. In a Hell in a Cell, Goldberg will defend against Dean Ambrose. Can Goldberg retain, or will a new champion be crowned? Find out this Sunday at Total Anarchy. Well, it'll be just that. It will be Total Anarchy. As well, we are on to our next matchup as well. We saw that Marvelous Monroe was defeated by Bryce Cole on Heat. Can B.G Nelson get some momentum on Beer Money's side as he takes on The Machine? And well, making his way down to the ring, he is being accompanied by Marvelous Monroe. He is the Cowboy, B.G Nelson. Well, we saw that Marvelous Monroe, he was defeated by Bryce Cole on Heat. But can B.G Nelson, well, can he get the momentum, you know, some of it onto the side of Beer Money as Beer Money head towards Total Anarchy, where they will defend the War Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships against Killer Machines. Well, B.G Nelson looks ready, but well, here comes the opponent being accompanied to the ring by Bryce Cole. He is The Machine. Of course, we saw it on Heat that Bryce Cole, well, he defeated Marvelous Monroe. Can The Machine defeat B.G Nelson here tonight? I mean, here are your number one contenders for the War Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships. And what an opportunity they have here. I mean, they are both just so young in their careers. I mean, Bryce Cole, I mean, he only debuted, what, 2 weeks ago onto War Zone Wrestling, has really burst on the scene with The Machine. And now, well, they have a chance at the War Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championships at Total Anarchy. As War Zone Willy, well, he gets us underway. And oh god, look at that. B.G Nelson just shoots straight out the gate. But that only seems to anger The Machine. That's something I wouldn't want to do. But of course, you can't forget that B.G Nelson is going to have a huge experience edge over The Machine. In terms of, well, the wrestling ring. I mean, yes, The Machine and Bryce Cole did spend many years in MMA. When you come to, well, the world of War Zone Wrestling, it's a completely different ball game. Yes, you can use your MMA experience. There's some groundwork, but it's a completely different experience. And B.G Nelson knows that very well, and he is an veteran, but oh my god. Look at the deadlift powerbomb. How many people do you know that could just lift up B.G Nelson like it's nothing and hit him with a deadlift powerbomb? Oh, look at that. just, well, looked like almost like a back suplex into a Uranagi slam there, but that only seemed to anchor B.G Nelson as he hits another short arm clothesline there. But again, I mean, these two, you know, they are brawling powerhouses, and they're not going to hold anything back. Oh, well, this is interesting. I'm actually getting something through my earpiece here. Apparently, well, at Total Anarchy, Aliester Black's request has been granted. An open challenge will happen, and apparently Mick Foley has found the perfect opponent for, well, Aliester Black. But, well, I can't wait for that. Who will be the one to answer the challenge of Aliester Black at Total Anarchy? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Because, well, again, the Mick Foley is, well, it's going to be a surprise. It's not going to be known until that person comes out at Total Anarchy. Well, back, well, to the action here, and, well, we can see here. Well, sorry, well, it's going to be back to the action as I was going to continue on, but War Zone will continue after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. As well, do not forget that every Wednesday night is War Zone. It is 11 PM in the UK, 6 PM in the East, and 3 PM in the West. It goes exclusively on to, well, the Global Gaming Network. You can see it there, GlobalGamingYT. And, well, to keep up with everything War Zone Wrestling, go to @WZWFed on our Twitter page. As well, we are back to the action here, and you can see this match has taken a lot out of both of these competitors here. Well, it seems that Aliester Black's open challenge has been answered, but who will be the one to answer? But just look at the strength there of the machine with that military press into, well, like a spine buster. And uh-oh, is the machine thinking about set up for it? Looks like he's waiting. No, maybe not. I thought he was going to set up for that spear there, but maybe thought better of it. Oh, I don't know what the machine was doing there. That's a huge mistake there. Just trying to, well, talk some smack to B.G Nelson, but then just got punched in the face for his troubles. He's into a cover here. 1, 2, no. The machine, well, managed to kick out here, but B.G Nelson, well, admiring his handiwork there. Oh, just a stiff knee into the back of the machine's head. And now, uh-oh. Oh, DDT. And that looks like that's actually busted the machine wide open here. Oh, and then just a stiff punch down into the face of, well, the machine. That's only going to make the blood worse. Oh, my God. But look at this. Out of nowhere, the machine is called B.G Nelson. Oh, and look at that. Into the cover here. 1, 2... No, B.G Nelson just about kicked out after that. I don't know how he kicked out, but he found a way to. And now, oh, just a short arm clothesline there by B.G Nelson. And now just bringing the leg drop down across the throat of the machine here. But look at this, the machine yet again fighting back. And then with a clothesline of his own there. And now what's the machine got planned here? Well, looks like he's thinking of a suplex. And hits it with perfection there. And oh, you can see the machine is all kinds of fired up. It looks like he just wants to end this matchup now. Oh no, but has that momentary taunting just cost the machine a matchup? As B.G Nelson's back in control now. And now, oh, what a snapmare there. And now, oh, just a knee DT there. And B.G Nelson, well, back in control, but now he's taunted to the audience, so this could be a mistake. As B.G Nelson looks like he wants to call for the end here. Has him up. And brings him down with the special as 1, 2, and oh no! The Machine managing to kick out of the special there. Oh my god, but look at the reversal there by B.G Nelson. Now he wasn't set up for the special again. Well, if one wasn't enough, surely a second will put the Machine away. And hits the special into the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And well, the winner of the matchup is B.G Nelson. And well, you can say that Beer Money now have a little bit of momentum on their side, now heading towards Total Anarchy. But who will be the tag team champions at the end? Will it be, well, Beer Money, or will new champions be crowned and Killer Machines? As we are now on to our main event of the evening, as the, well, European champion will team up with his #1 contender to take on, well, the WZW Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion and his #1 contender. Well, making his way down to the ring, he is Luke Harper. Well, this is a very interesting match. Of course, Luke Harper will face Santiago Martinez in a tables match at Total Anarchy for the European Championship. But tonight, he's got to team up with him and take on, well, Dean Ambrose. And the man he's facing Total Anarchy for the World Heavyweight Championship, Goldberg. Well, this is going to be very interesting to see which team can actually coexist the best, because, you know, if anything, I mean, Luke Harper, he is just unpredictable, he's crazy, just unusual. But then the exact same could be said about Dean Ambrose, so, you know, the unpredictability could lead to anything. Well, Luke Harper awaits his tag team partner. And there he is. There is the European champion, Santiago Martinez. Well, of course, Santiago Martinez, I mean, he defeated Luke Harper to become the European champion, and now we have this big rematch happening in a tables matchup. But tonight, well, Santiago Martinez has got to hope that, well, he can work with his tag team partner in the hopes of getting momentum. But at the same time, you've got to wonder, I mean, Santiago Martinez, he may, you know, refuse to get in that match at times, so Luke Harper can take more damage. But we'll have to wait and see. As well, the man from Madrid, Spain, as you can see on his European Championship, he has the flags of Spain, well, on it. As here comes the very first of the opponents. He is the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. Well, I mean, we can't forget about the fact that Dean Ambrose, of course, is challenging Goldberg for the WZW Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship inside Hell in a Cell at Total Anarchy. I mean, I've got to wonder if Dean Ambrose and Goldberg to work together, because the unpredictability of Ambrose is just, I mean, sometimes I don't think even Ambrose knows what he's going to do. It's not like he goes into things with a plan. As well, here comes Dean Ambrose, tag team partner. He is the War Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Goldberg. And there you can see him, the War Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, well, he defeated Rusev to become the first War Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. But he'll face Dean Ambrose inside Hell in a Cell. It seems like it's going to be a match that will suit both competitors. Just got to see who it will suit the best. But tonight, Dean Ambrose and, well, Goldberg have to try and work together to defeat Luke Harper and Santiago Martinez. But then Harper and Martinez have to try and work together. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if either of these teams can really actually work together. As well, you can see, as always, Goldberg just so intense as he comes down to the ring. It's like there's nothing that can truly stop Goldberg, but maybe, well, Dean Ambrose's unpredictability is what can stop Goldberg at Total Anarchy. You can see the fans firmly behind Goldberg here, as they always seem to be. Goldberg, a big fan favourite here in War Zone Wrestling. And also really well, he gets this huge main event underway. Dean Ambrose already going at this match very quickly with that Michinoku driver. Oh, and then just a kick to the chest, followed up by another just stiff kick there. And it looks like he wants to go for it again. Oh my goodness. And that's the thing about Dean Ambrose. I mean, he is very much a brawling style in that ring. Very much just crazy in that ring. But the exact same can be said about Luke Harper. I mean, both these men just very unpredictable. But then Luke Harper is just sitting there, well, being a bit more attempt to be a powerhouse. But Dean Ambrose using his speed there. And well, we're seeing the very first tag of this matchup. It looks like Dean Ambrose and Goldberg are working together. Luke Harper's in a lot of trouble. Whether, I mean, I reckon a part of Santiago is enjoying seeing this because, you know, it weakens up his opponent headed towards Total Anarchy. There's, oh, Luke Harper tried for something, but Goldberg scattered it perfectly. And now, oh, taking him into the corner. And, oh, just a stiff clothesline into the corner. Luke Harper's in a lot of trouble. I mean, he needs to get Santiago into this matchup if he can. Oh, Luke Harper shoving away Goldberg here. And now he's going to, well, look to get Santiago into match. And he actually does. Santiago accepts the tag. And now it's, well, it's World Heavyweight Champion taking on European Champion. And, oh, just bringing Goldberg down to Santiago Martinez. I mean, he's going to have a huge speed. Well, I wouldn't say a huge speed advantage. He's going to have some form of speed advantage. But we can't forget how fast Goldberg can be. There's, oh, a double axe handle into the back of Goldberg's head. And oh, look at that, just bringing Santiago Martinez down. And oh, just a drop kick there from Goldberg. I mean, the elevation Goldberg can get with that drop kick is very impressive. And now, well, he's going to bring Dean Ambrose back into his matchup. I'd be very interested that, you know, these consistent tags keeps each other, you know, fresh. It seems, you know, there is maybe a level of respect there between Ambrose and Goldberg. But, it looks like Ambrose has been caught off guard here. As, just a kick into the back of the head of Dean Ambrose there. But, that didn't affect Dean Ambrose too badly for too long. But then Santiago yet again come back and then just a stiff punch. And, the kick into the stomach. Is he thinking of it? Oh, the sick kick. Into the cover, hook of the leg. 1, 2, and and well, very interesting. I mean, Dean Ambrose managed to kick out that, but if you notice, Goldberg didn't exactly, you know, actually look like he wanted to stop that pinfall. Into the cover again, and well, that time it looked like he would have actually got to it. As Dean Ambrose has been caught again, and another kick to the back of the head. I mean, with this continued punch, you've got to wonder what condition Dean Ambrose is going to go to Hell in a Cell in. And a Michinoku driver there by Dean Ambrose. Now he's going to bring Goldberg back into the matchup. And has him up and brings him down with that suplex. And they're just a dragon screw takedown. And well, Goldberg was favouring his knee there. But then a dragon screw takedown from Goldberg. And then Santiago favours his knee. I mean, the last thing you want to pick up heading towards a big title defence and a big pay-per-view, or iPay-per-view, is an injury. Because that will really, you know, just dampen your spirits heading towards such a huge matchup. And oh boy, Goldberg looks to set up for it. And the spear from Goldberg. Can he think about? Yes, he is. He's thinking of that now. Into the jackhammer, the spear jackhammer combo. And down with the jackhammer into the cover. 1, 2, and well, I think Santiago actually kicked out of that. Whether Goldberg got as much of the speed jackhammer combo as he wanted, I don't know. Because of that dragon screw. But my God, not many people can kick out of that. But Santiago just pulled it off. Well, you can see that Santiago was favouring his stomach a little bit. And now he's going to bring Luke Harper back into this matchup. Just a belly-to-back suplex there from Luke Harper onto Goldberg. And then just look like a chop into the back of Goldberg's head. And then just a stiff shoulder tackle there from Goldberg. And into the cover here, hook and leg 1. No, just a 1 count there. And now just working over the head and neck region of Luke Harper there. And now it looks like Goldberg's now going to bring Dean Ambrose back into this matchup. And then just a stomp to Luke Harper's face. But look at that. That just seems to anger Luke Harper as he brings Dean Ambrose down. Has Dean Harper brings him down with that face buster. And Luke Harper could be closing in on the victory. And now what has Luke Harper got planned? You know, Dean Ambrose managed to avoid it. Oh, Luke Harper the elbow, but look at this. Ambrose, lunatic lariat. Bouncing off the rope, and now he's thinking about setting up for, I believe, dirty deeds. Oh, has he hooked that dirty deeds by Dean Ambrose into the cover hook of the leg. 1, 2, and 3. And well, the winner of this big tag team matchup is the team of the World Heavyweight Champion Goldberg and his #1 contender, Dean Ambrose. And well, a huge victory for these two here tonight. The celebration continues as... Oh, whoa, wait a minute! Dean Ambrose hooks in! Dirty Deeds! What? And well, it looks like Dean Ambrose has sent a message to Goldberg for Total Anarchy. I'm coming for that championship. And well, that is all the time we have. I've of course been your host for the show, none other than Jason Todd, and I shall see you all for the next episode of War Zone. But don't forget, I shall also see you for the kickoff show of Total Anarchy Heat, and then the main show of Total Anarchy. Make sure you do not miss it this Sunday, May 7th.